What's up, everybody? This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master HD coming to you from real life this time around. I finally was able to make my real life deck and start doing a deck profile, so we'll get into it starting with the monsters. So, first thing first is for draw power, because that's mainly what this deck's about, is 3 Cardee. Cardee's here for more draw power, and they help me get to my combo pieces faster. Next, for monsters to help me stall a little bit from other OTKs, are 2 Battle Fader. And depending on how my tournaments go, I will probably switch him out with Swift Scarecrow. I'm not for sure. So now for part of my combo pieces in this deck, we got 2 Bubble Man, 2 Clayman, 2 Postinatrix, and 2 Avian. You guys probably already know by those cards what this deck is. If you do not, well, you'll see soon enough. Next, we have our spells. For 3 ofs, we have 3 Pot of Dualities, 3 Upstart Goblin, and 3 Fusion Gate. Now for 2s, we have 2 Terraforming, 2 Hand Destruction, and for the 1s we have 1 Swords of Revealing Light, 1 Day of Peace. Next, for traps, we have 3s of Jar of Greed, 3 Jar of Greed, 3 Chain Material, 3 Reckless Greed. For 2s, we have 2 Royal Decree, and for 1 we have 1 Defense Draw. Pay in mind, this is just what I have for now. I'm probably going to be changing the deck to match more format stuff for the main deck, but right now that's all I'm having for the main deck. It's been working really well. Next, for the extra deck, we have 3 of each one. Is Gustav Max at 3, 3 Elemental Hero the Shining. He's a combo piece, and so isn't Gustav. 3 Electrum, 3 Gaia, and just because 3 Great Tornado. I'm going to explain a little bit about the combo. So basically, what you need on the field is, where to go? You'll need your Chain Material and your Fusion Gate. With that, you can banish him, Clayman, Bubble Man, Postinatrix, and Avian. That will allow you to get out Electrum. Since they're banished, Electrum's effect will kick off. They'll shuffle back into your deck. Then you would just banish them again. Well, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Get out your other Electrum. Everybody's banished goes back into the deck yet again. You would overlay Gustav. Special Detach 2000. Then you'll, because of Fusion Gate, you'll banish this and Chain Material, you'll banish this Electrum. Gustav, this Electrum goes to the grave because of such. You'll get out Gaia, banished Gaia and the Electrum in the grave. Get out Shining, banish Avian, Sinitrix, Clayman, Bubbleman. Your third Electrum's effect will kick off. Now, honestly, guys, also part of this combo, because the back row is the only thing that really hurts this card, please make sure before you do this that you have World Decree out. The easiest way to do this is just activate this first, then go World Decree, not as a chain, or activate World Decree, chain material as a chain. That way chain material will go off first in the chain and is not affected by World Decree because it goes into the grave. And now, well, anyway, after you've done that, you'll banish the 4 heroes that I just mentioned. You'll go Electrum again. In some occasions, guys, I mean, I never do it, but in some occasions, wherever my extra deck went. Ah, yes, it is. You can use Great Tornado if you want to, guys. Just in case you can't pull off the OTK because you fail somehow. Just weaken your opponent's monsters to a point where they can't do nothing. But that shouldn't be a problem for anybody, considering the fact how easy it is to do this. So when you do the other Electrum, you'll go for Gustav again. By overlaying Gustav. Then again, you'll detach to, you know, burn 2000, banish. That Electrum goes to the grave over here. Gaia and that Electrum. I'll take the Shining, banish both the Shinings. Shining. Next, you'll banish these 4 again. Electrum's effect will bring them all back to the deck. And Electrum's the reason this OTK is possible, because he keeps returning to the deck. Then you'll do the same thing again. Electrum, overlay, Gustav. Gustav 2000, banish Electrum, Gustav, this one to go to the grave. Gaia, Electrum and Gaia. Shining, both Shinings, Shining, Electrum, by banishing the requirements, back to the deck. Electrum, Gustav, detach 2000, and you literally keep, it's infinite, so you'll keep doing this until your opponent's out of life points. And I run World Decree because this deck's are only really affected by trap cards. Because of most of the format, people ain't going to run the monsters to stop the deck unless you're Monarchs or Vanities, but even that really don't help too much against what I can do. Cards that really affect this deck, because I know most people ain't going to run the Monarchs nowadays for some reason. I don't know why. They're actually really good. And especially with the new cards coming out, maybe people are going to start running them. But how this works is just brilliant. And this is my own version. I know people's probably seen this type of thing before, but this is my own version. It's turboed. And yes, it always, most of the time, goes off second or third turn. There's never once have I got had it go off 4th turn yet. But usually, because all the draw power, you'll have 2 World Decrees at a time, so you should not have to worry about one of them being blown up by an MST. The only thing you really need to keep safe, which you usually have multiple fusion gates, and multiple of these really doesn't matter, but if you don't get multiples, keep chain material and fusion gate safe. That's all you really need to do. But back to what I was saying. Iron Imperial Wall hurts this deck because it stops you from banishing, and you have to banish. Or, let's see, Vanity's Emptiness, another trap, affects this deck. Anti-Spell Fragrance just stalls the deck. And if your opponent can get out World Decree to stop chain material, that can hurt the deck, but that's all that really hurts the deck via, there's not a lot other stuff that really is like slaps the deck in the face. But, oh well. Now I'll go ahead and tell you guys the sideboard once I fix my thing up. The sideboard's just to help me with monster stuff, like monster effects that will stop me, so let's get on to that, shall we? Okay, for the sideboard. Now the sideboard can, I'm going to fix up a little bit, probably add in some torrential tributes or some other monster stuff, but right now it's just mainly focused on back row. Is 2 Dark Bribes. If I take out anything, I am going to probably take out Dark Bribe and add in some monster negation, like another Divine Wrath and a Solemn Warning and a Bottomless Trap Hole, maybe. Probably not. I'm thinking about it. 3 Mystical Space Typhoons from any back row that can stop me ahead of time. 2 Divine Wrath. 1 Burial from a different dimension. Burial's just there. I might change it. I'm still debating on it. So that all depends. 2 Cataville Omens for faster grabbing of my chain material. 2 Solemn Scoldings. I usually don't run a lot. Like, I run a lot of back row, as you guys know, but it's almost never set, so Solemn Scoldings do come in great handy. I got them at 2. It stops everything pretty much. It costs 3,000 life points, and if I got my combo, I don't mind just paying 3,000 to 6,000 life points to stop your shit from stopping me. So, and then 3 Wiretap. I'm not going to take Wiretap out. I prefer Wiretap. I prefer Wiretap over Dark Bribe because of how Dark Bribe is, and I might put in Trap Stun over Dark Bribe or something else that affects monsters more likely. I'm not for sure yet, but if I do, then I do. But that's been the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master HD.